Hello, Randy Taussig, Blue Core Leadership Lessons from the Cockpit, and I have a question as always. Do you look forward to your meetings? You probably think that's a joke because most of us, if we're honest, don't look forward to meetings, but I'm going to suggest that meetings are probably the most important tool in your toolbox, but they need to have a really clear purpose, great cadence, and some disciplines to make them that powerful. We're going to talk more about that in the cockpit, including an important meeting that we just finished, our annual planning meeting. I just did this with all my clients, and at Blue Core Leadership, we just finished doing it as well. We're going to add a little bit of that flavor in the cockpit as well. We'll talk soon.
All right, let's talk about those meetings that maybe you don't look forward to. I would suggest that you should look forward to them because they are productive. They have outcomes. They make your life easier. But so many times these meetings are considered a waste of time. I would suggest 3 elements make a great or surround a great meeting. First of all, very simply, have a clear purpose for the meeting. Usually it's to make sure you're on track and you're solving problems. Second, we want to make sure we have the right disciplines around running the meeting and the cadence in the meeting. In our EOS process, we have a weekly meeting called Level 10, and it has 5 attributes that are very important to help keep the discipline. We have them the same day, the same time, use the same agenda, they start on time, and they end on time. The third piece is to make sure you always have clear action. What are you going to do? Who's going to do it? When are you going to do it? You take those 3 pieces and bring consistency into them, and you're going to have meetings that actually give you a return on the time that you invest. A return on the time you invest. That's key.
So we've been talking about meetings and how important they are in our businesses. We just finished our Blue Core Leadership annual meeting, and one of the things that we realize is that we implement EOS, and we have a very different perspective now in terms of being on the other side of the table because we worked hard on the business. We went into some deep conversations, but we did finish the annual where we're resetting for the year and we've got our priorities set up. So thought we'd get together and just say, well, how are you feeling? Like, are you exhausted?
I am, yeah. I mean, the realization, and I shared this in our follow-up, working on your business is very different than working in your business. And so it brings a level of exhaustion with that because your mind's in a different area than you are in the business versus on it. And so, again, I just think that working with clients, I think hopefully we can relate to that even further with the work we do.
Yeah, I think that helps us. Really, we are practicing what we preach. We had an opportunity to dive deep into it, and Tiff, I know for you, you like to have a clean slate. We walk out here. Here's all the things that we said we're going to do. Here's who's going to do it. This one's going to get done. And one of the things you checked in this morning, you said we didn't quite get there yesterday, but you were okay with that, which was kind of interesting because I think. Well, you tell me. You said you were okay with it. Why were you okay with that?
I think, while it didn't quite get to where I'd hoped it would, and having the to-dos and the action items next in place, we got to some root issues, some that we knew we needed to get to, and some that we didn't even know existed. And I think that's going to set us up for success coming this year.
That is a really key point because what we thought were some of the issues, we actually had 2 things that came out of our annual that we didn't really know. We had not gotten to the root of, and we actually extracted the root. We need to be real about what the opportunities are in front of us, and we're going to get back to working in and on our business. So we just wanted to share that.
So let's review the 3 key factors important for having a great meeting where you get a return on your time. One is be clear about that purpose and make sure that everybody stays on track with that. That leads to number 2, have the disciplines around the meeting that make sure you stay focused and you have the kind of results that you're looking for in the meeting and everybody's contributing. And 3, don't leave a meeting without the absolute clarity of what you've agreed on, the action that's going to be taken by whom and when, and making sure there is disciplines around and accountability around those actions happening. Would love to hear your input and how meetings go for you. What have you done to make your meetings great? As always, we'd love to get your input. We'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.
07 Charlie Delta, left turn near discretion, Alpha to the ramp, my frequency. Have a great night.
Okay, left turn here, Alpha to the ramp will stay with you. You have a good night as well. Thanks.